Peace and love, YouTube. It's your boy Soulworker, and today I'm going to help you guys level up faster in Soulworker. I know there has been several people uh, struggling to kind of level efficiently. Several people kind of wondering what they should be doing in Soulworker. Um, for a veteran player, it should be pretty obvious, but I know that we have a lot of new players that are trying out Soulworker. The goal is to hit in game as quick as possible, in my opinion. That is why the developers are giving you this gear, this free gear for each level. That way you can push the in game. That way the population is together and we can play together in the later content, because the more people at the later content is healthier for the player base of Soulworker than people being kind of spread out and sporadic in all different levels, because we can't really play together unless we're the same level. I mean, we can, but it's not beneficial, right? So it's more beneficial for the majority of the player base to sit at the same level. And yeah, it's going to take some time, but the more people we have at 72, the better time we're going to have running HH. And once we get through HH and we have so many people running that consistently and flawlessly, and we're getting those nice fat loots, we can start moving to, we can start doing, the lower level content too, like IED, Primal, AOV, Golden Citadel, which, that's fun content, but it's kind of cake. But, the goal after we get our HH gear is to move on to the big dog raids, right? Like Lunar Fall. Lunar Fall is going to be the goal. But anyway, let's not get too deep into that. Let's go ahead and pop into the game here. Okay? All right, so I'm loading up to Ruin Fortress because the majority of what you're going to be doing to level efficiently in Soulworker are yellow story quests, right? I have currently finished my story quest, and this is why I've decided to finally release this guide, because I am 71, but I'm 88.88%. All I need to do is go do a couple more quests. I'm going to come back to what you should be doing at my level. Let's start from the beginning. From level about 1 to 52, you're going to be doing nothing but yellow story quests. After you hit 52, that should be the first level you get to in Soulworker where you have to grind, right? And from off the top of my head, you're going to be picking up blue quests from this area. Any quest in Ruin Fortress that relates to the highest level dungeon you can do at 52, which at 52, I believe it should be Acheron. So what you're going to be doing is Acheron on Manic, and doing any blue quests or green quests that you have for Nightmare Return. Unless, right? And this same mentality applies for every other level. You're going to do the highest level on Manic. Repeat that. Unless one of the other 3 dungeons has an EXP increase bonus for the day. None of these have an EXP bonus for the day, so I would be doing the 4th. But if they did have an EXP bonus here, we would do that instead. Even after, or even if it has blue quests, that EXP increase is going to be vital. But that being said, you grind from 52 to 53, and the next level you may have to grind potentially might be 54 to 55, but I was only missing 1%, right? But like I said, the same mentality applies. Personally, unless you are paying for EXP bonuses, I would not be using EXP bonuses at level 50. You're going to want to save these until your 60s, right? 60 to 65 actually goes faster than about 45 to 50. I would say it's highly due to the increase of damage and the gear that you're getting. But once you start hitting like 57 plus, your red quests are not efficient for leveling. They are efficient for unlocking the game. Keep that in mind. But if your goal is to level as fast as possible, red quests are going to unlock raids. They're going to unlock your awakening at 57. And then after you get 60 plus, you're going to start getting the desire awakening quests, in which that will eventually get you your desire awakening. Oh, I just crashed. Line Games, please fix that, because I've been consistently crashing from opening my skill page menu. But let's restart. Let's restart the video. All right, so we are back in game, and as I was saying, Desire Worker is very, very essential to your character progression, but it is not essential to leveling fast. However, I don't think there are that many people at the level of having Desire Worker, so maybe Lion Games isn't aware of the bug that I have been receiving. Ever since I Desire Awakened, I have been crashing. I even uninstalled, reinstalled. Hopefully they fixed that. However, like I said, experimentation is very important with any game. However, the fastest and most efficient way that I have found to level, save your books for level 65 plus. You know, through the 60s, like 60 plus, you can start using like the 10%, right? The 10% combat manuals for 1 hour. You can use those, right? But you're gonna want to save your 30%, your 100% for 65 plus. I have some extra ones, which I'll use those in the future. But I probably went 65 to 71 in maybe like 8 or 9 hours. That's while doing all my daily raids, my HH runs, my LV runs, etc. But you know, like I said, experimentation is everything, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and assume we're gonna skip past the 50s. We're gonna skip towards the 60s, right? Because you should have quests that allow you to majority after, like I said, those first few levels in the 50s that you grind. You're not gonna have to really grind again until 65 to 66. And 65 to 66, you're gonna actually have to do a red quest in order to unlock the 66 quest line. So if you finish a quest at 65 and you don't have a story quest anymore, it's because there's a red quest in your quest log that's necessary to unlock the 66 quest line. But that being said, once you are 65 to 66, and once you are 66 to 67, and so on and so forth, all throughout the level 60s, your quest line is only going to get you about 80 to potentially 90% through that level. You're going to have a cutoff at every level past 65. You're going to have to grind. And the fastest way to grind from 65 to 66, from 66 to 67, from 67 to 68, once you're running out of your story quest, is going to be 2 quests. And I've actually done all 10 of these quests, but I'm going to go ahead and walk over here. Once you're in the Plus Horizon, you are going to come over to the Lunar Fall portal, and you are going to talk to the worker support device. We got Lolly's crying in the background. My bad. So the worker support device. This device is going to have a blue quest that can be completed 10 times, and it's going to be for Betrayer's Army. You're going to have to complete Betrayer's Army twice, and then it's going to have you do Holy Ground twice on Mag. And essentially that quest is going to give you 150 mil experience. Now you can do that with a party, and you can also 65 plus, you can start popping your 100% books. because 65 plus, that's going to be the major grind. You're going to want to get through these 100% books. You're going to want to get through your higher level books at this point, right? And you're going to do that blue request on Manic if in a party if you can, as many times as you need to until you get to the next level to continue your story quest. Then you continue the story quest, then you come back here, you do those quests, and then rinse and repeat. Whenever you run on a story quest, you're gonna come here to the Betrayer Armory's portal and do those quests. And let's say you're at my point, I'm 71, right? 88%. The quest line took me here. I still have my HP bonus going from last night. And once I finish my homework, I'm going to hit 72. But how I'm going to do this, I'm going to do the 125 mil experience quest. And this is for the Plus Horizon Sky Worker. And you should be able to get this quest over here. And the reason I'm doing this one second is because it gives less experience than the 150 mil. So it's more important to do the 150 mil experience quest first. And if you're at the point where I am, where you need just a little bit more, you're going to come over here to Skyworker, and you should pick up this quest, the Soul Junk, Giant Type Soul Junk quest from this worker support device. Okay? And how I'm going to hit level 72 is simply running that quest line on Manic with my AXP buff, my AXP bonus, right? And other things you're going to want to look out for to maximize your efficiency of leveling. Make sure that you are using your disorder weapon. Your primacy weapon is more for HH, right? Your disorder weapon is actually going to be better for overall grinding. After I am not grinding so much, I'm probably going to switch my soul stones to my primacy, my HH weapon. But for now, like I said, you're going to be rocking your disorder weapon with your disorder gear. Disorder 1 is what you should have chose. And then also your Akashas. You're gonna be you're gonna want to rock MK2 for stamina, Black Gonolus, or Leona for the direct attack attack speed bonus, direct attack crit rate bonus. And those are like the easiest cards to acquire. Unless you have 5-star. I got really lucky with this Roska for the Soul Force, and then the Junk Queen I got from the event box. If you have really good actives, like 5-star actives, like the Golden Citadel one with the golden laser, you can use stuff like that, right? Big AoE, Robot Big Hands, or DSX cards like that you can use, but you're gonna want to go for low cooldown. Notice, very, very low cooldown on 10-second cooldown on these. If it's anything past 10-second cooldown, it's not a good card. Force Strike is kind of a decent card, but yeah, if you don't really understand Akashas and you need more explanation on that, join the Discord or check out one of the Akasha guides, more thorough Akasha guides. But those are going to be the main things you are focusing on. HP from enemy is not a very important stat on your gear at this point, because this disorder gear is going to be needed for you to farm HH. So you actually want damage stats. So if you don't have HP stats, do not reroll for those. You're just going to be focusing on the quest line, like I said, your Akashas. You can start using pills to increase run speed if you're doing anything like any of the difficult runs, if you're having difficulty doing the runs. And run in a party, you get a EXP bonus for being in a 4-man party, 2-man party, 3-man party, whatever. Those are the best tips that I can give you to hit 72 as quick as possible in Global Soulworker. Okay, if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below. But I appreciate each and every one of you for clicking on this video. Thanks for watching. Peace and love, my beautiful soul workers.